Hi, my name's Costa. I'm a research affiliate at the University of Sydney and I do my research in the archaeology of the Roman Empire in the Near East. I've been using databases for 25 years in different formats and I find Heurist fantastic to work with to organise disparate data. I can put things in from wildly disparate sources that I wasn't expecting to have as data when I started the project. So I use FileMaker for recording stuff like digging up objects like these, where you pretty much know that all the data's going to be fairly similar. It's going to be an object, it's going to come from a fixed place, there'll be a picture, there might be a drawing, and all of that's always going to be the same. But for other projects, I was working on a project looking at the evidence for Roman Mesopotamia, ancient province of northern Iraq, and we just didn't know what type of things were going to come up in advance. And I just had the flexibility with Heurist to be able to put information in, and as we went, the relationships became clear, which led to other ideas of where we might look for data. And as well, as I went, Heurist allows me to visualise my data either on a map format or on a timeline, and I can't do that in FileMaker. I'd have to export it into some other system in order to be able to do that, because I can't code. So I don't need to code for Heurist, it just does it. The good thing about it is that one of the access ways is via a web portal. We can just go in through just any browser and get into it without actually having to have some particular app or software on our computer and worry about licensing in a way like that. So that makes it really easy and accessible as well. In terms of getting going, there are some databases that are really complicated and you really need to know what you're doing. Heurist, there's a little bit of training that you need. If you're familiar with using databases, it's obviously easier to set up, but it's not like you have to go off on a 3-day course or something like that in order just to get your first table of data in. It's fairly intuitive. You can make it bespoke really fairly easily, so you can customise it to really what you want. One of the things about archaeology is that it is a really collaborative discipline. You always have to work in teams. There's a massive amount of data out there. The easiest way to get that shared is to have a common mechanism to do that, and having something that is open source means that it's easier to get collaborators around the world to be using the same system, because they don't have to have arguments about licensing or anything like that. So that will make it easier to roll out as teams expand, as the ripple effect goes on.